Okay, and we are live. Boom, attacking question number 4. Hey everybody, I'm Aaron from Speaking 26, where I show pharmacists how to get their 26 on TOEFL Speaking by showing how I got 30 on TOEFL Speaking. Today, we are attacking question number 4. We are going to be explaining in our speaking answer. Lisa, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, hi guys. My name is Lisa Grankemeyer. I'm originally from the Philippines. I moved to the States to pursue my dream to be a pharmacist. So in order for me to get that dream, I need to complete the FPGEC. I already passed the FPGE part, but with the TOEFL, which the speaking score, which is 26. So I need to get that. And this is one of the steps to do it, to practice more and get a tutor. And so it just helps me gain confidence to have someone help me out with a little bit or big mistake. So it's really important to get a feedback from the expert. And that's why I'm here to learn to listen and understand. So
awesome. Very good to hear. Lisa's doing excellently, and she deserves to have confidence because of the work she puts in, raising her speaking fluency. Okay, so let's do it. Lisa, if you can give me 30 seconds to prepare and then 60 seconds to prepare, I will give my answer first for this question number 4. During the 30 seconds, I'm going to be thinking out loud for 2 reasons. Number 1, this helps me to stay focused, especially if I'm in a testing center like the pharmacist that I help. To avoid distractions, I'm going to be thinking out loud during 30 seconds. And the second reason is to give you, the viewers, an idea of how I come up with my explanation, with my ideas during the preparation time. And then after my 60-second answer, Lisa,
yes.
I'm going to ask that you listen during my answer for things that can help you. And I'm going to ask you, what can you immediately take from my answer to improve your answer to questions number 4?
Got it.
Okay, let me know when you start 30 seconds and I'll start preparing.
Okay, 30 seconds begins now.
Okay. Explain. Explain the 2 major factors of product quality. Number 1, reliability. Number 2, features. Explain and how their role in consumer decision-making has changed. It changed because it used to be number 1. However, because manufacturing standards are so high, it is now features. We now have the freedom to look at features and don't have to worry so much about reliability. In the example from the professor, we heard.
Time.
Okay, now give me 60 seconds, please.
60 seconds begins now. Now.
The 2 major factors of product quality are, number 1, reliability, and number 2, features. It used to be that we as consumers used to have to focus on number 1, reliability. That is, if a product works the way that we expect it to work, if it goes a long time without needing repairs. However, since today, manufacturing standards are so high across the board, we as consumers do not have to worry so much about reliability. We can instead look at things like features. And this is the things that make a product cool. So in the example of cars, a feature is something like a stereo or a sunroof. In the lecture, the professor said that since reliability is so high for almost all products, we don't have to ask our family or friends, hey, does that brand of car have great reliability? Instead, we get to look at the features, the things that separate one brand from the other. And this is why consumer decision-making has changed. Lisa, what's one thing from my answer that helps you improve your answers to TOEFL Speaking question number 4?
Smoothness, and you attack the question of how the role of the consumer's decision making have changed in the past and to the present, and okay. I like that.
Nice. So smoothness, and I attacked the most important part of the question.
Yes.
Sometimes when we look at questions number 3 and 4, we might miss the most important part of the question, but you heard me attacking, directly answering that part of the question.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Is there anything else that you want to say or ask, or are you ready for 30 seconds to prepare?
Kinda. Okay.
You will do well, and I will help.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let's see here. Okay, you have 30 seconds to prepare. You may begin preparing now.
How the how the consumer change, because before the reliability and the note responsibilities. But nowadays, we're not featuring think about
Time. You now have 60 seconds to speak. You may begin speaking now.
The professor talks about the two things, the factors of how the consumer have chosen or for decision making for to buy their product. The first one is the reliability. Before, the consumer thinks that the product should work the way it should work. The car doesn't need to repair or there's no room for any errors. But however, nowadays, people do still care of the reliability of the product, but since then that the manufacturer standard is so high, they already know that these cars works. But what they want is the added features such as the car that has electric windows, stereos, and sunroof. So they want this car that looks so cool and it's so easier to use. So what have changed for these people's decision making is that they want that the extra features because the product already standards.
Time. And you can finish your thought if you want to.
So they have decided that the product already works as it should be, so they want extra features.
Okay, nice. Okay, good definitions and reliability and features, and great part attacking the most important part of the question. I heard you say how it used to be, but nowadays, since manufacturing standards are so high, quoting the professor from her lecture, good. You talked about how now it's features. So much improved. How do you feel about your answer?
I feel more confident with my answer basing of the question itself, because I want to attack like how the question, like how the consumer have decided their decision making. Sorry about my kids.
Okay, yes. Okay, so let's look to end this live stream, and then you and I will move to the private part of our class where we review your answer and go into details about how we can make the improvements for your 26 on TOEFL.